the sun just burn away all of the mist. Pretty amazing. Looks like we have a beautiful day today. I should really work on the, maybe I should work on the house and get the rest of the what's it called done. Yeah, I'm tempted. We'll see. The sun. They're burning. They always burn right there. Looks like we're gonna have a nice day. Looks like we're gonna have a nice day. So we could run and pick up the bags at the horse farm. I still need to drive around, deliver my stuff. Run home real quick. Yeah, this is the kind of weather I want to finish the roof. I should do the roof. Should do the roof. They're working on the river, moving dirt around. This is where I save my daffodils. Suisse. Finally, after all this rain, looks like we may have the rain may have stopped. Yeah, I think I'll run. What do I do? My wife's gone. Let's get the little truck. Let's get the truck. I need the little truck. What's up going on there, Cooper? What's going on? I'm trying to think what I should do, Zoe. Then I'm looking at this clear blue sky, and I'm thinking I should work on the roof, get the roof all, but maybe I should let it dry. It's been, look how wet the ground is. I'm thinking I can go check on the farm and put some more of the wood chips down because I need a lot more wood chips. They got, and then I can go get more wood chips and do that. I need to work on get the rest of that the farm done, and it's kind of a nice day for this too. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice day today. After days and days, look at the sun shining right there. It's beautiful. I think I grabbed the K truck. I can't grab the K truck. I'm there. Good morning. Welcome to the Move to Japan show. I'm an expat. I've lived in Japan since 2004, and I'm part of the resistance. Hate Trump. I hate what he stands for. I hate the person that he is. Really hate's a strong word. I really feel nothing for the guy. But ultimately, my whole argument is, is for folks to consider moving to Japan. Japan has 9 million plus empty homes. Good morning there. Over 3 million single women looking for love. And there's no Trump. There's no MAGA. Most people have no opinion on Trump or they don't like him, especially the older generations. Whenever I have an opportunity, I ask people, and I tell everyone I hate Trump, right? Zettai kirai. Trump is a pervert, right? Which in Japanese is skebe. Trump skebe, right? A skebe is someone who says, "Hey, I see a beautiful woman. I can't help myself. I have to grab her by her pussy. I have to start grabbing her." That's a skebe. A skebe is someone, it's like a pedophile, which Trump is, self-admitted. Someone who goes in and says, "Yeah, I'm the owner of the pageant. This allows me to go in and see the naked teenage girls." That's a skebe in Japan. Trump is a skebe, hontoni skebe. Um, and the fact that he, he's a criminal, and he's putting oligarchs in charge of the government. People like Elon Musk, who doesn't give a fuck about you. The guy is autistic. He doesn't have the ability to have any sort of empathy. And this is the guy that you're listening to. It's all the billionaires are just now dividing up America. And you don't have that here in Japan. Like Trump would be in jail right now in Japan if he had done any of the shit that he would have done here, dude. They caused the Nissan guy to he had to sneak out of Japan in a fucking box. That's how it is. Trump Taitorio wa skebe, ne, is and he's baka. Baka is a great word too. Great describer of Trump, baka. The guy is so fucking stupid, dude. He thinks somehow tariffs is going to somehow save America. It's going to pay for your child's care and everything else. Yeah, this shows every day reminding people of what a shithead Trump is. Technically, he's not allowed to come to Japan. Technically, by the letter of the Japanese law, he is a felon. Felons are not allowed access to Japan. So they should be protests because when you fly into Japan, ask, are you guilty of any crime? For Trump, the answer is yes, right? Yes. So technically speaking, Trump should not be allowed in Japan. You know, when Trump comes here, I'm going to protest. He's a felon. Don't allow him in here. So anyway, welcome to the Move to Japan show. I'm UnDaoDu. I'm the atheist monk. I'm sporting the new T-shirt I have here, so you can get it on the shop. It's highlighted right here. Look at this here. This is the foundation of the fifth age. By the way, Trump is on this T-shirt. Right there is Trump right there. That's Trump. Fight, 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 fight. The bull, the fifth bull. This is the fifth bull market, right? We're in the fifth bull market right now. Very important time as prophesized. The 19th, this is the 19th individual. Um, and one with halting. What do you say? Halting and Japan, and they bow, right? It's not dirty money. The Yeah, Japan has the third largest military. People don't realize Japan spends the third amount of money on all the planet. So, I mean, Japan is going to be forced now because of Trump's isolationist. Maybe we'll kick the fucking. We don't need the military bases in Japan anymore. We should kick them out. Get them out of Okinawa. All these guys do is they rape. They rape girls. We don't need them. Get them out. I think we should kick America out of Japan. A lot of Japanese are in favor of that. I'm in favor of that. You know, just get them out. If you're not gonna, you know, if you're gonna be an isolationist little bitch, go and hide, right? Go hide in America and be an isolationist little bitch. That's what, you know, that's the whole Trump. Trump's just a little scared little bitch, right? That's all he is. He's like a little yapping dog with no fucking teeth, you know? That's all he does is yap, 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 and lie. And the thing is that all these maggots, right? All you maggots, maggot Muppets that believe in him, you know, are just brainwashed. You have been USA Brexited. Like, there's absolutely nothing that he says is fucking truthful. You know, he says stuff about the whole trans thing was all fucking lies. All the stuff about the Haitians eating pets was a lie. You know, all you do, right? So, yeah, Trump is a coward, dude. He's a fucking coward. He's a little pussy. Anyway, you mad? You mad, ain't ya? Nah, I think it's yeah, I'm mad. I'm mad at that Americans are so fucking stupid to vote for Trump. And they can't help it because they were manipulated. They were, you know, and that's the whole idea behind Brexit, right? USA Brexit was you were manipulated. Your buttons were pushed and you were conned into voting for despicable someone worse than Hitler in 1932. Hitler wasn't a pedo. Trump is a self-admitted pedo. You know, Hitler, you know, wasn't cheating on his wives, right? When they're not only anyone, they're pregnant wives. Hitler wasn't going around just groping, you know, grabbing women and just doing whatever he wants to. Maybe he was, maybe we just don't know. But, you know, anyway, Trump is. So your own. Look at that. Look, dirty money. Dirty money. Welcome to the show. I love it when I have a maggot. Hey, maggot. I love a maggot in the show, dude. I missed you, maggots. I put it on New York just to get a few maggots in here, just so I can vent my frustration at you. Trump couldn't wave away a cheeseburger. uh, Dude, dude, don't talk about that. You're so fucking dumb, dude. Dirty money. Dude, Trump spent more money during his administration than any other. He put more fucking you know, individual debt. And I love how you say Harris 20 million in debt. Harris is a VP. Harris didn't do anything. Harris is a vice president. Dumb shit. God, you're so fucking dumb, dude. And you know, Trump, you know, it was just completely useless. But it's cool. You're gonna make your bed. You're gonna see. You think your eggs are gonna go down? Your eggs are gonna go up. Everything is gonna go up. You guys, you're gonna lose your fucking health care. You're gonna lose your fucking pensions. You're gonna lose your overtime. You're gonna not get any tax breaks, right? Trump is bending you dumbasses over and basically fucking you up the butt. Yeah, that's what he's doing, right? He's doing that to America. He is just grifting and gonna steal America, right? All the money in there. And you're gonna see by the end of you're gonna see. I don't give a fuck. I'm in Japan, dude. Like, I fucking care. But I'm going to make videos reminding people how dumb you were to vote for someone who's a self-admitted pedo, voting for someone who ultimately talks about, hey, if it wasn't my daughter, I'd be dating her at 13 years old. Yeah, that's a pretty sick motherfucker. That's who you voted for. Did you hear about Trump's profound words on Ukraine war? He said it's going to be harder to end the war than he I know. I was going to end the war. I'll end the war with a phone call. I'll end the war. He won. Where's the fucking phone call? You're so dumb. You believe everything that comes out of this guy's mouth. Dirty money. Dirty money. You're such a fool, dude. Where's the end of the war, dude? Where's the lower prices? Where's everything? All the things that he said the reason why you voted for him, right? Where's any of it? Where is it? You're so dumb. Anyway, all right, let me put my I'm gonna give you a river view. There you go. Look, you can scroll down. There's There's dirty money right there. Where is dirty money? There he is, dirty money. A little duck. That's all you are, buddy. You're a fucking duck, right? You're a duck. So you are. Go look at yourself. Contemplate on your dumbness. Yes, we're gonna run to the farm. Then I'll run to my house. So is my headset on? Check. I just love starting my video by just getting my Trump off, right? Getting my Trump off. Oh, my Trump off, right? My Trump off. And starting every video talking, I understand that what Brexit, I want to talk about what Brexit, what dirty money and all these fools were duped into voting for really a despicable man, right? Really despicable. There isn't a person, I mean, no individual who has children would want Trump as a role model for their children, right? To say, yeah, it's okay to just go and rape women, to be a pedophile. Yeah, I really want my son to basically be able to go, hey, yeah, I'm a 50-year-old man and I like to go into my teenage pageant and look at the naked girls. That's kind of gross, dude. Right? That's what he said on Howard Stern. That's a fact. And for you to think that that's okay, that tells me what a piece of shit you are, right? That's what you are. You know, if you support that kind of behavior and you endorse this kind of person who just blatantly lies over and over and over, then you deserve everything you're going to get on the Trump administration. You deserve it. You know, I was wrong. The undocumented are responsible for like 70% of all our fucking agriculture production, and something crazy about our construction. Our undocumented are. And you're going to kick out all those people? What do you think that's going to do with the economy? He's so dumb, dirty money, dude. Oh, yeah, let's just kick out the group that's responsible for 70% of all our ag work. Let's go ahead and kick them out of the country and see what that's going to do to our nation, right? What's that going to do? What do you think that's going to do, dirty? Are you so dumb not to know that it's going to actually crush your, your economy? Let's deport all these individuals. It's so dumb. Dumb. It must be nice to be so fucking ignorant, dirty. What's it like to be so ignorant? Fucking duck. All right, let's see here. What else do we need here? All right, I got my gloves. Do I need to wear these? God, I can't believe I fucking... This is fucking ridiculous, dude. Take these back. All right, let's see. I don't need that. I don't know if I need my boots. I got my gloves. Where are my other gloves? Where are my other gloves? Oh, my knee pads. Dude, always forget to put my knee pads on. Knee pads. Okay. The hell are my other stuff here? Okay. There's my knee pad. One, two umbrellas. Here's the other one. Anything else I need in here? Anything else I need in here? All right. Let's go. Why are these elastic bands here? All right. Yeah, duck's gone. The duck's gone. Oh, shit. You know what we don't have? Let's go into the house. We have to go to the house. You know, I don't know why I need that truck. You know, I don't need that truck. You know, I don't think I need the truck today. What do I need the truck for? I don't need any. I just need the change. Let's go. I think the change. Let's go to the farm. So I had the Hatake on there. About my shed. Ah, dirty money. What's up, maggot? All right, maggot. So why did you vote? Let's have you tell me, why did you vote for Trump? What was it about Trump made you want to vote for him? Was it him being a pedo? You relate to his being a pedo, is that it? You like to go look at naked teenage girls, right? You're a dirty old man like him. Is that it? Is that what you like? Well, come on. Why do you vote for Trump? Why do you vote for him there? What was it about him? What was it, him cheating on his pregnant wives? Was that why you voted for him? Oh, yeah, damn. I love to cheat on my wife, right? Do you even have a wife? Dirty? Dirty. Listen, I'm in Discord. You want to come in Discord and talk to me? Here, come to Discord. Here, I'm going to put my Discord up. Here you go. Here you go. There you go. There you go. There you go, maggot. Come and join Discord and tell me how you feel, buddy. Come on. I put it up there. You can join Discord, but you're such a pussy. You're such a coward. You're not going to join Discord. Oh, look, this guy's flying a drone. What's he doing? Is he learning to fly? Why is he flying a drone? He's practicing. He's fucking practicing flying a drone. his survey or something on there. But yeah, you go. What's wrong with right here, coward? Dave, go ahead. So I'm not a coward. You're the coward. You want to show up and like talk to me in Discord. Let's see. Let's hear your dumbass maggot voice. Come on. Come on, maggot. Join Discord. Talk to me. I'm right here. I'm on Discord right now. Look, I'm on Discord. You can come talk to me. But you're just a coward, like your pedo leader. You're part of a cult. Dirty. You're just part of a cult. That's all you are. You are part of a cult. You have to realize that you're just dumb. You voted for someone worse than Hitler in 1932. Let's compare Trump to Hitler. Both Hitler and Trump Hitler used the whole war, right? The whole Make America Great Again comes from Germany, make Germany great again. Hitler wanted to see that a maggot doesn't know when America was great. When was America great, Dave? When was it great again? Making it a great. America's always been a great country until Trump destroyed democracy, completely, alienated it. Got rid of the whole idea of America is all men are created equal. Dirty, all men are created equal. Not anymore. You got some dumb fuck who's above the law called a president. All right, above the law. Can do any sorts of crimes, and they're above the law. What sort of bullshit monarchy is that? That was not an American dream. And you're going to somehow defend that? Not American, Dave. Destroys the American dream. The Supreme Court, which are all basically there's compromise on all the Supreme Courts. What do you think they got? They got them all with prostitutes on yachts. When they go on these vacations, and they're like, "Listen, these pictures are coming out. Your career's ended, or you're gonna fucking give Trump immunity." That's what happened with the Supreme Court, for sure. So on that. Exactly. He calls Trump daddy. Oh my God. I know. They're secretly in love with him. They love Trump because it's how it shows their true character, right? They're chauvinists. They have no sense of decency. They want to rule over women, do whatever they want with them, right? I'll protect you regardless you like it or not. That's a direct quote from Trump. That's what rapists say. That's what kidnappers say. Abusers say. I'm protecting you, whether you like it or not. I'm gonna protect you. So it's pretty horrific, but it's okay. Listen, you made your bed. You're going to live in it. But my attitude to this show is like, listen, you don't have to live in it. You move to Japan. Get the fuck out for 4 years. Have sanity. Keep your sanity. Let these individuals, they're all going to turn. They're all going to turn on fucking Trump, dude. You're going to turn on Trump. When Trump doesn't give you your cheaper eggs and shit, when Trump doesn't, when the tariffs fucking, rock your taxes, when all of a sudden your fruits go up 30-40% because you get rid of the workforce because now there's scarcity in fucking vegetables and stuff, who's going to pick the fucking vegetables when you lock up 15 million, all right, when you create the concentration camps? What's going to happen? What's going to happen, you think? I mean, use your fucking intelligence, Dirty. Use your intelligence. What's going to happen when 50% of the agricultural workforce is in concentration camps? What do you think is going to happen to the price of your fruits and vegetables in America? What do you think? I mean, use your fucking intelligence. Don't be stupid. Wake the fuck up, dude. What is it that really excites you about fucking Trump? You know, instead of just saying a coward and this and that and whatever, you know, come on, tell me, what is it about fucking Trump that you're so enamored with? What is it about him? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. You just come on. If you can't write it, come on and tell me in person. I'd love to fucking hear you. Any of you maggots want to join? Listen, I'm not like Destiny. I'm like Destiny. Come on, talk to me. Get onto my Discord. I'm sitting right here and give me your best fucking shot. All you are is a fucking maggot consuming the red meat. Trump's red meat. Right between his legs. That's all you're doing. You're consuming his red meat right between his legs. Ugh, what a horrible fucking thought. But that's all you're doing. You know, that's it. And you have there's nothing about his policies that you can even quote because he didn't give you any fucking policies. I will end Ukraine war with a phone call. Okay, where is the end of the Ukraine war with a phone call? Lie, right? Prices will go down as soon as I'm president. Where is the prices going down? Lie. He's president. You know, Biden is a fucking lame duck. He's telling people not to pass the fucking budget. What sort of shit is that? Federal workers aren't going to have a fucking paycheck over Christmas. Elon Musk, who's really running? My real question is who's the real president? Is it Elon? You know, he's not even a fucking naturalized. You know, he's a fucking South African with a visa. Who's the real president? I think Elon Musk bought the fucking country. He bought the country by buying X. By buying Twitter, he bought America. He bought America because he was able to then use very powerful algorithms, AI, to push your buttons because you're so damn stupid, dirty, that cause you to vote for a despicable man. And he did that for millions of Americans. So don't feel alone. You know, he did that to all these Americans out there. It's a real shame, you know, to be in a cult, to be so manipulated, to be, you know, to have your, you know, to be just chowing down on that red meat. All you did is chowing down on that red meat, you know, and you're, you know, loudly consuming that red meat without any pushback, without any questions like, hey, is this legit? Is there any facts behind this? Is there any truth behind what is being told to me? And there's absolutely no truth behind it. Absolutely nothing. And then they keep coming out with more and more bullshit, more and more bullshit. But they want to get rid of the Department of Education because they want you dumb. They want Americans fucking stupid. The stupid people believe stupid things. Like all the shit coming out of Trump's mouth. It's all stupid. They have one fucking thing coming out of Trump's mouth, right? Which is legitimate. One thing. You can't. Because there isn't anything. Trump never said anything about policy. He never said anything about anything, right? He's just a piece of shit. That's what Trump is. A fucking turd. And unfortunately, our whole election process should have been all about that. It should have all been about, this election isn't about policy. It's about a choice. Do you want a dictator or do you want democracy or democratic republic? Right? I know we're not really a democracy. Well, we sure ain't now. We're a fucking oligarchy now with all these billionaires coming forward. So Daddy travels. I know, man. This they ran. I went on Discord, Daddy. On Discord, bring your shit to Discord. I want to talk to one of these maggots, but they're so fucking pussies. They're like, they don't want to get on with me. Not like you'd hear them. I just want to hear how they sound like. I want to hear what a maggot fucking what comes out of a maggot's mouth, right? What sort of bullshit comes out of a maggot's mouth? Maggot. Maggot. I love my term for MAGA. Maggots. They're the MAGA maggot Muppets. Muppet is a British term, right? I love my maggots. I love you guys that you come in here trying to fucking talk shit on me. This is 117th show, dude. You guys quit coming. Why do you guys quit coming? Because they're like, this one guy comes in and goes, dude, don't engage with him. He's a professional troll. That was so funny. Oh, he was dirty. It's a dirty money. Your name says it all. Fucking dirty money. We probably have more in common, Maggot. We probably have more in common than you realize. The things that you want for America, I want for America. The thing is you were duped into thinking that Trump somehow is going to deliver on anything that you want for America. Like, what is it that you want for America, Dirty? Come on, engage in an actual fucking conversation. What do you want to happen in America? One thing. Name one thing that you think Trump's going to deliver on. One thing. All right, cool. I mean, I'm going to be on my farm, so I'm going to be working on my little rice thing. My little hatake. Here's Daddy. What's up, Daddy? You hear me? Yeah. Who's this? Yeah, I'm good, man. So I put on like before I went live. Here's the trick. Before you go live, okay, I put on my VPN so I'm in New York. So you put on your VPN and then you get a bunch. I did have it set, but I've noticed something that's odd with my channel. I cannot select location anymore, which is really weird. Which makes me think that somehow I'm being blocked. Like they I'm being blocked somehow because they're not letting me set my location. And like yesterday, like so many people said, "Hey, I couldn't find you. I couldn't find you unless I searched for you." That's what Zoe said, and that's what. So I was being shadow banned yesterday. It's a beautiful. So how was your day, good? Oh, nice. Look at those mountains over there. You're gonna get a tattoo of your daughter, or you one of your daughter? Yeah, but she's gonna grow up. You know you're gonna have to like cover like a lot of onsens in Japan. You can't go in with tattoos because of the yakuza. Because they don't want yakuza. The yakuza is the mob, right? And they have all these tattoos. So a lot of onsens that people are afraid of. They don't want those. They're kind of misfits. You know, they're considered. They're the under the crime group here, right? So the tattoos is synonymous to to them. So what they do is they ban tattoos from you have to cover up, like put a patch on. Yeah, Yeah, and then just put a bandage around your neck, like you've been strangled or something. Put it over it. No, I'm not crying for America. I'm crying. I'm not crying for America. I'm pointing out the simple fact that you voted for a despicable person, Dirty. Like Dirty is so afraid, doesn't want to come into Discord. He's like afraid. So he's unhinged. It's good to have. I like to have the unhinged guy in here. Having the unhinged in the thought. Chris little, I missed them. I missed all the maggots, dude. All the maggots. Where are they? I know. And they all came in. Look, oh my old man's here. He's here. He came to the work on the field. I got my old the guy who I'm getting the land from is here working on what is he working on? He loves his little field here. I'm back in here. Yeah, it will be. That's why. Yeah, so there's a delay on my live, right? Yeah, he's just yeah, it's rice. Yeah, I think it's rice farmers. I don't know, dude, because he's dumb, dude. The guy's dumb. Yeah. Let's see what's going on. What my old man, what the old farmer's doing. I'm gonna put down more stuff. Ohio. Good morning. Hey, ne. 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 So bed scooter, ne. Ne. And more, ne. And I'll put more. So the miser down, ne. I'll put more. We're drilling. Biden did more drilling than Trump. Drilling. Yeah, yeah. He's so dumb, dude. Huh. Let's see what he's showing me here. Ah, so. うん。水をこう溜める。タンクはいいね、タンク。ね、でも、これは、リセット、ちょっとI gotta go to my, glove. Okay. Let's get this off here first. Have to rebuild. Okay. 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 これは上でちょっと待って、ちょっと待って。ちょっと待って、これ。Okay. Ah, わかった。Innovation. Did it. の上でね、アップ。これもパイプこれ Maybe we have this straight into here, no? Maybe more angle. Maybe もっと angle. これ、水は inside. ね、これ、I was thinking maybe take off. ね、and 水を取って and straight down. So 水はこれ and down これ。So でもいらない。これ。ね。He wants to put it that way. All right. We need to maybe I have gum tape. Need funnel. She got what 9. 危ないよ。うん。Maybe. これこれほら、違う。He's looking for something. Yeah, all this. Hmm.
今ちょっと考えてします。はい。
Alright. これ Yeah, he's let him work on that. So he captures the water and it flows, but it needs to be more of an angle. The angle is too straight. It needs to be higher. I'd say that there. See, here he is, like, making comments like camel toe. It says everything about you, dirty dude. You're just a piece of shit, dude. All right? Anyone who just disrespects a woman over a guy who is a pedophile, self-admitted pedo, dude. Anyone on that? Self-admitted. Wow. That's who you put yourself over. You're still obsessed. You're still obsessed about a woman who lost the election, right? You're still obsessed over that shit, dude. It says everything about you. Everything about you. You won, dude. I had to disconnect it from my AI. Hold on. It's your guy who goes, I want to see my naked teenage girls that on my pageant, right? And you turn around and say, I like those 13-year-old Japanese boys. What's up with that? You got the president himself said on Howard Stern, I'm the owner of the pageant. I get to look at naked teenage girls. He said that. Are you going to deny it? That's a pedo. That's a pedo for you there, dirty. I mean, fucking wake up. Wake up. I'm back in chat. Can you hear me now? Should be in Discord. Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm back. I had to have a conversation with this guy. Am I muted? Where am I muted? Uh, I was muted. All right. Okay. No, I was like, he's like pointing out like I want 13-year-old boys when his own fucking president, right, said on Howard Stern that because he's the owner of a pageant, he can go check out the naked teenage girls. That's a pedo, daddy. Dude, he was like a 56-year-old man at that time. Anyone else, any politician, can you imagine? Well, if Steimer or anyone else, basically there was tape of him on a fucking show saying, "Oh yeah, I like to go check out the teenage girls naked because I own the pageant." Can you imagine the blowback that they would be? But these sickos like Dirty Money, these sickos don't see it. They're so in a cult. They do not grasp the insanity of the guy that they voted for. And instead, they say stuff like that. Oh, I'm here because of the 13-year-olds. You voted for a fucking guy who basically boasted about this shit, dude. Right? On one of the largest fucking radio stations. A guy who was best friends with a pedo, Epstein, for 10 years. Dude, if you're best friends, go ahead. I don't even know who that is. Oh, he sniffed her fucking hair. He's a granddad. I mean, yeah. Oh, that's really that's it's like fucking he sniffed her fucking hair. That's what granddads do. Dude, in Japan, it's part of Japanese culture. Yeah, you go to a public spa in Japan, right? You're gonna see girls like 6-year olds, 7-year-olds in with the male spa. Yeah, they don't have the same obsession with fucking nudity. I mean, it's just nudity. It's not sexual. It's just like, it was. I had a tough time when I first came here. I was like, what the fuck, dude? I'm here in a fucking spa, and there's a fucking 6-year-old girl walking around. Like, what the fuck? But see, that's the difference between the Japanese culture. No, the thing is, see, the Japanese culture See, in our culture, nudity is somehow sexual, right? It's like somehow dirty, it's sexual. In Japanese, it's like, they don't have this obsession with sex. They don't have this obsession with all this bullshit that we do. It's a completely different culture. You know, it's not, here's, my kids were we were sleeping in the same bed. My wife and my boys were sleeping in the same bed. They're 8 years old, sleep in the same bed. It's like it's normal in Asia culture. That's the thing is. The thing is, it's to someone who's a depraved individual, like dirty, right? Because he's like, gets all excited over that. Because he's a sicko. He's a fucking, he's a pedo, right? Pedos get all excited over that. Oh my God, I can be in a culture where the, but it was nothing. There's nothing like when your child is having a nightmare and you're right there, and you're like, it's okay, it's just a dream. They're not screaming in the next door. And they get old. Now they get their own room and everything else. Obviously, they're fucking teenagers. They wanted their. I was trying to kick them in their room forever. Go get your own room. I have two fucking empty rooms. But eventually they're like, yeah, I want my own room. Good. Thank God. Yeah. As he's going off now. It's probably rocking his brain, dude. Oh, stupid oil, dude. Biden has pumped more oil than it. It's ridiculous, dude. Look at what's happening with the climate, and you're gonna fucking argue. Did you see the car in China bubbling up because of the heat? Did you see that? Yeah, they had pictures, and the apartments just catching fire because of the heat. And now just the other day, Shanghai was so frozen that the whole fucking skyscraper was like the whole building inside, everything was frozen up. That's your fucking oil for you, dude. The more like pump oil. You're so fucking ignorant. If you think that somehow pumping more oil is going to somehow help you, you're condemning future generations at this point. You're just being completely. Yeah, it's stupid. Yeah, you're gonna argue about oil. Let's argue about who you voted for. You voted for a fucking pedo. You voted for someone who's just a despicable fucking person. That, you had choice. You had choice over that. You know, you had choice. And the thing is, you're brainwashed you know, into thinking this was a good choice. Your brain. The only thing that makes sense on why these Muppets voted for Trump was they were brainwashed. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Like why would anyone with a modicum of intelligence vote for such a fucking despicable person? Someone worse than fucking Hitler. Why? Because they're Muppet, fucking maggot Muppet. I love that word for England, Muppet, fucking Muppet. Great fucking British word, Muppet. Yeah, you fucking Muppet. Yeah, bloody Muppet. Is what? Norbit. What's a Norbit? What's a Norbit? Like a knob, like be a knobhead. Knobhead. That's a good knobhead. Yeah, it's insane. I'm grabbing. I'm I'm actually putting down more wood chips on the path on that. This is my vegetable garden here. This is Dow. Yeah, this old man. I bought it from him. This whole land here and his mountain property. Um, for 70 quid, 60 quid. Mountain. Yeah. And only because of taxes. He wasn't gonna give it to me free, but I would have to pay like $900 in taxes. It's like So the whole, it's like when you give someone you don't give someone a car, you buy it for $1 type deal. Same thing. So yeah, it's good. So now I'm creating the beds. This is where all your organic veggies are gonna come for the restaurant. And we got daikon right now. I'm building the beds out for him. You see this? He's working on his little water thing. This thing. That's why I need read it out. Read what's being said. Read it. You were manipulated. 2 out of 3. There wasn't 2 out of 3. You're fucking manipulated. You were manipulated by advanced fucking algorithms that ultimately manipulated you, pushed your buttons to vote for a despicable man. That's the reality. That's the reality. It wasn't fucking, I mean, the good news for them, I'm done voting, Daddy. I'm done. I'm done. Until, I'm going to just keep saying I'm done voting until they address Brexit. They never address Brexit. They never, okay, how are you fixing it? What are the laws they put in place to address Brexit? Absolutely fucking nothing. Well, they should. Well, because I mean, they've lost so much fucking money. They've lost so much money as a result of Brexit. I mean, billions and billions of pounds. They didn't save any money. All these companies lost fucking money for the Brexit. You know? Yeah. Yeah. And no one can afford the rent. Nothing. Yeah. All because of fucking Nigel Farage was bullshit. Fucking. I'm putting a cover over the bed. Well, they didn't like being told what they would charge for prices. They didn't like the competition. But then when they um, got out, they realized they lost all the customers. You lost all your, you know, they couldn't compete. Now the really thing is like really the businesses that um, are that rely like the restaurant trade. Like people can't come over and you can't go work in Europe now. You know, and stuff like that. And because they have the money, they have the money, and they can get the cheaper, the food, the stuff, because they have the buying power, right, in Europe. Now, yeah. Yeah. Go get my. Which is Asda. Right, right. It's the English company on that. Yeah. I'm putting down a. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because he's not. He doesn't. It's a hat, dude. It's a fucking hat. Biden wearing a fucking. It's a hat, and Joe sees it just a hat. Yeah. Because the thing is that the difference is he would never wear a Biden hat, but Biden is like, yeah. So what? It's a fucking hat. Where is? I not have my fucking shovel here. Ah, I need a shovel. I don't have a shovel here. Spade. All right. Yeah, yeah. All right. We're just working on the farm here. Graveyard. I know. Where his spade is. Oh, he's got it. But maybe お父さんもうアップ。もっとアップでも水はダウンね。今は flat ダメね。We need to make it up. We need to make it up. We need to make this up. Okay, これいい。Okay. Pliers. I don't know if I have any. I think I have some tape in here. We're working on the water catching system. Let's see. There's what I'm looking for. All right. Yeah, sure. Let's see. Where is the fucking tape? Compost. I need this guy. Guess I use this tape. Who, Zoe? Who? Zoe, yeah, he's got ChatGPT, dude. He's talking to God. God's giving him the information. He's got God. Unlike the Muppet, Zoe's armed with one of the most powerful AI systems on the planet. Yeah, dude, it's all backed. Everything Zoe's saying is coming from. You have to understand, all the data on the internet is now available to everyone on their fingertips. You gotta download O1, which is ChatGPT or Claude or any others. I gave Zoe access to professional ChatGPT Pro, so he has a real-time search. He can search everything in real time, validate anything, you know, on it. Fixing this. Yeah, yeah, like a destiny. That's how it was during the election, wasn't it? I was like in there. It was fucking insane. And they slowly, we had Amish man, we had all these Trump supporters coming in here. That was brilliant. And they realized they were gonna win. They realized they weren't gonna win. That was good. It was fun. For them all, maybe they were kind of just trolling. Now you see trolling them back. And then Kira would come in and she'd be like, Trump! Screaming, Trump! Trump! That was funny shit, dude. Yeah. No, I know. And then finally one guy was like, listen. He just hang in here. You're like, listen, the dude's a professional troll. That's so funny. He's a professional troll. Get out of here. That was business. Plus, you have that early algorithm. Like when you're building your channel, it pushes you out all the time to everyone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Until I figure it out. Yeah, it was nice having that. All right, this thing here. Got this thing fixed. He's working on it. We got this big old thing to catch rainwater. Let's see here. Let me put this board under here too. Yeah, that was good shit. That was funny. That was fun. I'm there. Do what? January. He starts like January 20th. I think is his inauguration is like January 6th, and then January 20th. Hitler took power in on January 30th. So like 10 days before. That's why I'm using the whole analogy to Hitler. I don't have a fucking spade here. I want to do some shoveling, but I guess I'll put another thing down here. We need to copy your election. Your elections are really short and stuff. We were talking about that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, and the thing is the thing is too is that it takes away all the big money. It's like it's really quick, it's really short, it can happen. And so the problem is we have all these billionaires now, like Elon Musk. He's a literal fucking Soros. It's so funny. They go crazy about Soros, and then they have their own Soros, and they're quiet about it. Oh no, it's okay. We have our own Soros. It's okay. Yeah, we have our own guy. Imagine if Soros was saying, "Hey, yeah, just sign up for the Democratic Party. I'll give out $1 million a day." Imagine. Check, check. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay, can you hear me? All right, and you can hear me in Discord. See, I have to like shut this. So the way you do it is let me show you the Superman. I'm so fucking hot. I gotta take this off. Gotta take off the hoodie. Fucking epic, dude. This fucking Mayan, the Mayan era. Everyone needs to be wearing fucking UnDaoDu. It's so hot, dude. Gotta take this all out. And look, underneath there's another one. It's like I'm like one of those Russian toys, you know, like you take off one level. I always got UnDaoDu on. Take one off, there's always one on. You gotta have UnDaoDu. This is the original. This is the original. This is the 4000 one. This is the one that I developed back in the around 2000. And who's that? Is that Doc Process? Who's that? Zoe. It's Chris. Chris is in the house. That's right. UnDaoDu nesting doll. And I want to get this tattooed on my chest. I want to get tattooed on my chest. So like inverse. So I want to get inverse. So like the white is my skin, right? And then the dark is the thing. So it's like an inverse tattoo on my skin. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, you gotta mute the stream. So we gotta get everyone here. All right. I think I need to go and get my shovel. All right, I think I'm done here. Wait, there's where is my yeah, yeah, yeah. The guy's fucking rich. Yeah, he ain't some poor geezer. That was my point. Ain't no poor geezer. Yeah, I mean, the guy's got anyone who's running for anything is gonna have a. I don't know what I did with my fuck. I got a thermometer, a compost thermometer that I dropped somewhere. I don't know where I fucking dropped it. Well, out in Yorkshire. Okay. Yeah, I think he's an insider. I think Starmer is an insider. He's a conservative insider that hijacked the party. I think. Is my opinion. I lost the fucking. I have a fucking thermometer, compost thermometer, and I have no idea what I fucking did with it. walking around looking for this thermometer. I dropped it somewhere, put it somewhere. I have no idea. So I hate it. It's like if I want to do this and then I don't do it, and then it's like, what the fuck did I do with it? You know? Yeah, yeah. Fucking A, dude. What did I do with my thermometer? Can't believe this shit. Yeah, the guy. Yeah, because he didn't want to. He didn't want. He didn't claim it because he didn't want to come off like a fucking. You know what? The other guy, Sunak. He's a Sunak Junior. Yeah, yeah. They're very good. Where the fuck is my thermometer? What did I do with my fucking thermometer? So yes, yeah. So that validates. It was good, good fact checking there, Chris. Daddy was like, where where did where did you get? How did you know so much? Is he just making it up? I was like, no, he's got access to God. Yeah, yeah. It's brilliant, dude. Copy paste it. Yeah, yeah. And the other thing too is what you could do is like someone says something, you just screenshot it, you say respond to this comment. It's you can just have it. He just imagine imagine doing that and just having it all the time. Just having the agent just doing that all the time, like having your own personal AI Zoe on the channel, and it's just constantly just like pushing back on all the misinformation. So on there, yeah, yeah. Onion. Yeah. Well, that's the whole idea is we don't believe anything Zoe tells you. Don't believe anything I say. Go ahead and fact check it yourself. get ChatGPT. It's free. Ask it. It's like, stop being a fucking Muppet. Stop being a fucking Muppet. Yeah, exactly. That's the beautiful thing. I love that too. It's like, yeah, whatever you say, and then you fact check what they're saying and say, no, that's not true. Like, Kamala Harris is paying for would pay Beyonce $13 million to endorse her. Bullshit. Yeah. Oh, I don't care. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's why the whole point of this channel, I say it over and over. Like every time I start a show, I talk about why Trump is Hitler, why he's a self-admitted pedo, right? And I lay it out there, and I put the facts, in it, right? So it's like, you know, so that way anyone who tunes in, at least for the first minute or two, they're getting they're getting, and then the rest of the show may be boring or whatever, that's just chatting or whatever, but at least the beginning of the show is right in their fucking face, you know. Yeah. 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 Yeah, you're yeah, they don't like that. They don't like to be called out. That guy's it's like listening to Destiny. I can see I was listening to Destiny. I'm listening to Destiny more. You got me into Destiny, you know. But I wish yeah. Yeah, and the thing is, I wish Destiny would talk. I love to fucking talk to Destiny in the sense that he's not talking about the main thing, which is the simple fact is everything that we're seeing here is just a manipulation. And he points out the fact that it's these people don't fact check, but that they're talking nonsense, but he doesn't understand that it's Brexit. It's USA Brexit. Oh, oh, お父さん、いい。ナイス。マイク作った。UnDaoDu, UnDaoDu. 神社。お父さんの神社。Yeah. Yeah, well, I get his blood pressure up. Exactly. It's not worth it. It's like my dad. My dad was very much that way. But at least I got him listening to Rachel. He's like, oh, I like Rachel. I got him into Rachel Maddow. Oh, I like. She says a lot of things that make sense. She, on that. Yeah. Well, that's what my dad was just Fox. And then I got him to switch over. At least, well, I said, listen, I'll watch Fox with you, but you got to watch Rachel with me. He's like, all right, that sounds fair. So we'd watch some Rachel. He's like, oh, she's okay. What did I do? Rachel Maddow. She's really common sense. I mean, her show, like, no one could, she just talks about the facts. She just brings it up and says, "Do I have this right?" When she talks to someone, she's very much, you know, just says it how it is. Well, how did it take? Oh, you didn't know the cats and dogs? Well, they got to eat the cats and dogs because they got no money. Actually, how much money? Actually, I'm curious on that. Chris. What is the actual? What is the payout? What is the payout for illegal immigrants? What is the reality on that? What is New York pay? But so they're calculating the fact that they're giving them a hotel room as income coming to them. Is that what you're saying? Uh, yeah, I think it's misinformation, Daddy. Go ahead, I'm listening. Yeah, they're refugees, illegals. Right. You hear Dave, what's the show? David, where did I do? Yeah, yeah. So yeah, all this lies. So immigrants aren't getting all this payout, which is being lied to by the Trump people, right? That motivate people. Now now the person. How about the person who got the sex change? And what's reality? What's the reality about that? Yeah, yeah, that prison thing. They all went all up and what's the reality about that? The transgender. The, but that was trans. She got supposedly the trans. It was transgender stuff. Life and care. What's the UK stuff? Talk about the UK stuff too, about them getting free money and shit. All right. Well, I don't know why I lost, I lost my fucking. God damn it. Well, yeah, in the UK, yeah, curious. What's the reality? Are asylum seekers getting free? Are they getting free money? Well, yeah, but he's just saying that though. He's just fucking saying that. You know, he's like he's admitted it. I mean, it's just yeah. Does he have an opinion? Does he have an Does he have an opinion? Does your granddad have an opinion on the government worker who was decapitated by the MAGA supporter? No, I'm just curious. It's like, hey, what I think the dude that cut off the guy, the MAGA guy, cut off that government worker's head. What do you think of that, Granddad? What's your opinion on that? Do you know about that? We're gonna run to the horse farm. We're gonna run to the horse farm and pick up my bags. I'm out of bag, and then we'll run to the house. We're going to. Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is being admitted, and but you have to realize though, anyone can say anything, right? Just to be inflammatory. But what's the facts? Where's the data? Where's the receipts? Show me the evidence that this is true? You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't have to. There's a chick. Why is she grabbing her crotch? She's got to pee. She's grabbing. She's fucking grabbing her crotch, dude. You missed it on my stream. You missed on my stream, man. I'm like driving, and I see this woman, and she's got her hand on her pussy. Japanese woman with a hand on her pussy. And then what are you doing? And then she kind of stops. She stops and she turns around. She turns around and looks at she's not at the pee. She's like she's trying to hold her urine in. She's grabbing her crotch, holding her urine in. That was funny. She's like, oh, I can't make it. Yeah. It's just it people they just knee jerk. Oh, my cat's gone. Oh, maybe my cat was eaten. It's like, oh, where's Fido? I haven't seen Fido since this morning. Oh my god, they have Fido. They have Fido, and they're like, and like you got all this media. Oh, maybe you see all them, black people walking around. And the thing is, the Haitians have that Haitian look. It's like kind of that gaunt, black, like always hungry look. The that Haitian. Or maybe I'm thinking Ethiopia. I'm thinking the wrong drawing. So think of the hungry. That those I got those burnt images from Feed the World, Feed the Nation. Look, Amish man's in here. Amish, what's going on? Trump loves you. No, he doesn't. Trump loves just himself. There is no fucking evidence on the planet that Trump loves anyone except for himself, Amish. That's fact. That's true. The Amish just came in and guys, Trump loves you. Amish. The only one who loves you. The only one who loves you is me. I love you. I love you, Amish. Download Talk to God. All right. How did he get all the Amish out? Zoe, how did he get all the Amish out? Well, yeah, how did he get so all the Amish came out and voted for Trump? How did he fucking manage that? So that's so basically they came out and did misinformation, right? They did that's USA Brexit, right? They did a USA Brexit on the Amish. They lied to them and by pushing all their buttons, saying that they were going to not be able to sell their wares and everything else, and it's like they're going to like come down hard. It's like the whole bullshit about take away your guns, right? So they did a take away your guns on the Amish, is what I'm telling me. Well, that's how they do that because they know the buttons to push, right? They talk to very powerful algorithms. Algorithm says this is how you get the Amish. These are the things they care about, right? Because it looks at all the data. The algorithm has access to all the data, all the things that motivated them to come out and vote, and they did a campaign that targeted those things, manipulated, lied the Amish to come out and vote. It's really, really that it. And the thing is, the Democrats, yeah, yeah, they're clever. Yeah. The so you want Paleolithic. What are you talking about? He wants to hear about the book of. He wants to hear about the book of Un. He wants to understand our origin story. There, Dostrasas. Is he listening? Is that what he wants to hear? Paleolithic. I don't know when was how many million years ago was Paleolithic? Zoe, how many million years ago is Paleolithic? I don't think Paleolithic is like is that 60 paleo and is the meta whatever it is like it's like 10 million 13 meta whatever it is there's mess mm, okay all right so it is he wants to know about the book of on well before the Paleolithic it's mesa something begins with an M. Ask it what's the what is it how do you spell it it's it's mezzanine. What's the mezzanine area? Here, mezzanine. Yeah, Miocene. That's it. Miocene is what? That's like 20. Yeah, okay, yeah, 23. That's exactly. So my story, uh, I see. I have to understand. I journeyed through the epigenetic memories of my DNA when I did ayahuasca. I went through the epigenetic. Uh, I went through those memories. So all your epigenetic memories are stored, right, in your DNA. You have memories, and what you do with ayahuasca, it's an ancient medicine that allows you, if you do ayahuasca right. Now, the thing is, people don't do ayahuasca right. Let me tell you how to do. If you ever have a chance to do ayahuasca, do not throw up. See, that's the way you don't want to do it. Ayahuasca, they, oh, purge, take more, purge, take more. No, 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 no. You push it through your body. You got to get it through your body because you have to understand your inner intestines are super absorbent. So when you push the ayahuasca medicine down through your into your stomach and not throwing it up, and you keep pushing it down, and it's hard because you want to throw up, and you got to go UnDaoDu. You got to do a little chant. It doesn't have to be UnDaoDu. It can be anything you want, and really focus and think down, go down, go down, and then you take more, and you keep pushing it down. You keep pushing it down. So when you do that, then he's watching in a hot box. What the fuck's a hot box? What's a hot box? Oh, sauna. That's not an image I need to fucking have. I mean, imagine she's in the hot box. Okay, I got a good image of your cousin, your cousin in the hot box, and she's hot in the hot box. All right. So anyway, so I traveled to the epigenetic, and I sat there and I saw my hand devolve into a proto ape, like devolve down into a proto ape, and then into like a hoof, into Shigamata, which is the elephant, right? All the way down into into when all it was this permeating green, this energy green. I'm like, what is this? I was like, it was really weird. I was like, I was just in it, and I could feel this energy and flow, and it was kind of like, I was like, oh, this is plant. Plant is cool. That's all I could say. It's like even my intellect, my intelligence was like vocabulary there. I was like, what? Oh, plant, cool, right? And it was like awesome. So you have to understand, some 25 million years ago, there was a proto-ape, okay? And this proto-ape, I forget the name of it. You have to read my book, the Book of Un. You should just read my book. Go to UnDaoDu.com and read my Book of Un. Why? You should just read the book. It was the, God, what's the name of I'm trying to think of the name of the proto-ape. It has ask God. There is a proto ape which has a Roman name. What is it? Ask it. It existed from a Roman name, a proto ape that had a Roman name that existed between 20 and 8 million years ago. I love God. God, what's the answer? Pro-council, God, I love you. The pro-council. The pro-council, our ancestor, that's our ancestor, the pro-council. It was this tailless, large proto-ape. It's a common ancestor of all the chimpanzees, all the apes, and us. It's our common ancestor. And it existed on dragon fruit trees. And it back in the we're talking about the southern Arabian desert. Back then it was a big forest. The desert was a massive forest. When was it a forest, by the way? When was the Arabian desert a forest? I'm just curious on there. It was this massive forest. And these proconsul apes, right, proto-apes existed. They go to a place. I think I drove by it. They go to a place. I think I drove by it. Yeah, there it is right there. I'm just going to get going to the stable here to pick up my bags on that. So this island is what this piece, and you can look at Google World and look at the map there. And I'm going to park down here and walk up. I don't drive. I'll just walk out. I'm not picking up anything there except for the bags. So these proconsul apes, right, were sequestered, and on islands, and there was a lot of when the Indian Ocean split and the Gulf of Aden, which is like Gulf of Aden, and the Red Sea. All this is where all this tectonics. It basically pushed Africa down, created that whole rift in there, and these proconsul proto-apes ended up kind of trapped on islands, you know, and because of pressure and everything. I think of them like meerkats. So I don't even know how meerkats are. They're very strong families, and they they're run by the female, and they control the breeding and all that. So if you watch Meerkat Manor, you just imagine those meerkats as these proconsul apes and how they fought for each land and all that. So what happened was, on islands that no longer exist southeast of the Socotra archipelago, and if you look at Google Maps, you can see them there. There was a series of islands that sprung up there, and they had dragon fruit tree, and this island was about as big as like an archipelago, one of the smaller archipelago Gibraltar islands, because we know massive change happens on islands. It's called what's it called? There's a word for it. What is that? Ask God. What is it called? The island extreme evolution that happens on islands is what? I'm asking God. It's a word for it. So the most radicalized, Ohio gozaimasu, the most radicalized evolution happens on islands. Okay, it's where the birds of adapted what? It's called adapted radiation. Yep. So it's called adaptive radiation. Hedonism for island. Huh. Yeah. Okay. Hedonism. Yeah, like the turtles and all that, the large rabbits. Okay. They don't want me going in there. So maybe they got more bags. They don't want like a foreigner in with their horses. I guess I'll pick these up later on there. Okay. Arigatou gozaimasu. Yeah. Yeah, and if you look at, for example, if you look at any island adaptive, right, extreme, I mean, look at us, look in the mirror. We are an extreme adaptive radiation of a species of ape. The only place where this adoption could have happened is on an island. Where the question is where could this island have happened? Well, I'll tell you where it happened. It's off the Gulf of Eden, the Socotra archipelago, which I call Easter Island ape. Imagine that Easter Island happened before, but it happened starting 20 million years ago, where a species of ape was sequestered on some islands that no longer exist because of climate change. Right? We have this whole mythos called Atlantis, which is about our islands sinking. Right? So that mythos isn't the island, isn't the island. It's climate change, right? Climate change causes the island to go down. And as a result of this, the island going down, it forced off. And this is one of the questions that anthropologists can't answer: is why are there so many variations of hominids, right? Starting around, 8 million years ago, 8 million years. Why is there so many variations of hominids? There's so many. There's hundreds of them, but only one survived, us, right? Well, the reason for that is, imagine you got the species, you're on an island, you're at just the perfect Goldilocks location where you're just close enough where if you have to fucking go, because your life depended on it, you could go, but you're far enough away that you won't go, unless you have to go, right? So imagine as we adapted on this island, different iteration lines would escape off the island onto Africa, and they all come out of Ethiopia. They all come out of this area, which is right by the Cape the Horn of Africa. So so that's and there's something, if you look up something called stands. Stands are events when there's extremely low level water, or high level, low stands, where the water level goes really low, providing opportunities. And if you look at our history, for our anthropological history of all the different species, they correspond to these stands. So imagine like the Homo erectus is a result of a low-level stand of an earlier species of Homo sapien, right before us, escaping off to and the early in 2 million years ago. Guess what? There, if you do the search, Homo habilis, the tool maker, that's 2 million years ago. Homo habilis, I think it's 2 million years ago. Has been found on Socotra Island. So, and then think of us as the last family, right? We're the Homo sapiens. We stayed on the fucking island until like 300,000 years ago. Look at these guys putting up the fucking fence, dude. Putting up the fence. They're putting up all the wild pigs up here. So, so the whole Easter Island 8 hypothesis, is an addendum to the Elaine Morgan's aquatic ape theory. The problem with Elaine Morgan's aquatic ape theory, she doesn't explain how or what or where it happened. What I do is explain that, to me, the Socotra Archipelago is the most logical explanation for it. I'd shared the idea with her before she died in 2009 and told her about my theory, and she liked it. And she said she would write about it, but she never did. So I wrote my first book. So if you go to UnDaoDu.com, the book of Un is Understanding Our Origin. Now the book describes, because remember I traveled through the epigenetic memories of my DNA. So I was, so it describes basically the events on how it happened, where there was these two main tribes on this one island, which is at the perfect size. There was a large, dragon blood trees. These are amazing dragon blood. Look at the Socotra dragon blood trees. They're amazing. And they have this amazing fruit on them. And they would fight over them. And they had territories. These two families fought, constantly fighting. That was just two of them on this island, and they're fighting for each other. And well, the story is all about the warrior, which should be UnDaoDu, UnDaoDu, right? Warrior UnDaoDu falls in love with the with the little princess, which is the youngest daughter of the ruling matriarch of the other tribe, and she's got the hots for him, and he's just a cool little cat, little what was that? What was the name of the pro council? It's a cool little pro council. He's got these really long arms. It was fast. Shut off and the thing that I do in the book is I imagine that I remember, the Halley's Comet, the first time Halley Comet passes over, right? The Earth, Halley's Comet, which passes. So it's like the first time it passes, it creates this, and it cuts through this blood eclipse that happens, right? and that's when they mate, and that's the auspicious moment when the Homo sapien line was created, the family, and they get chased off the island by the others. He's fast, and she goes, and the mother can't, her mother knows that they mated and can smell on, but she just can't kill her because it's her favorite daughter. So she kicks her out, and there's no place for them to live except for this salty, sandy coastline, where UnDaoDu fights this massive crab, and it's described in the book, and he just happens, he's trying to get away from the crab, and he sees a root. He grabs the root, but it turns out to be a stick, and he grabs it, but it leaves, and he goes whacks the crab, and kills the crab by accident with this fucking this club, right? This beech wood, which was in the sand. He thought it was a root, he's trying to grab it to get away, and just accidentally kills the crab, and that's where the first use of the tool. So he started, he became this crab, and he's like so hungry, and he's like eating this crab, which is this disgusting putrid. Have you ever had raw crab? It's like, but he's so hungry, he's eating it, and she just won't eat it. She's like, oh, I'm not eating that. Like a woman, I'm not eating that. Get me? So, well, you're gonna starve then, and she's pregnant with her three boys. She has 3 boys, which is rare too. UnDaoDu, the 3 boys, UnDaoDu, the 3 leaders. Anyway, so they ended up adapting to eating crabs and living on the sea. No, and the rest of the pro council apes didn't care. Like one of those crazy fucking, sand dwelling. And they learned to wade in the water, and they found mussels, so they would just wade in the water and their feet in the sand and feel a mussel reach down there, and then whack it with a stone. But there was a problem. Have you ever taken a shell and smashed it with a stone? What happens with the shellfish? You got razor fucking sharp. You're eating it, and also you're trying to feed that to your infant. So all of a sudden, what are they doing? Learning to pick out. This is where where do you think this came from? Right? Apes don't have this. This is to remove the shell and the bones out of seafood, right? That we get. This is what this mechanism right here. Where do you think this mechanism comes from? This ridge is so we can dive in the water and not get fucking water up our fucking nose. All the other apes have noses up like. Where do you think our tear ducts come from, which they don't have? Well, it's to get salt. It's like a windshield wiper to get salt out of your eyes. Where does this fat, this blubber come from? Well, again, the only blubber that apes have is in their mid waist, because that's when the division happened, which I can talk about how that happened. But there was this very unique event. So imagine this is happening, and then way in the Mediterranean, something called the Gibraltar rocks close together, creating the Messinian Salinity Crisis, MSC, which started around 7 million years ago. 7.11 was the pre-Messinian Salinity Crisis, and it started to stop the water flow into the Mediterranean. Well, back then, the whole system was connected, right? The Mediterranean all the way down to the Red Sea was all one, where the ocean flowed. So when that water cut off, and it took, at 5.9 million years, right, it became fully cut off. The entire Mediterranean was vacated of water, which caused water not to flow into that area, causing the shallows to appear all the way down. I mean, the whole Red Sea was emptied out, and the parts of the Gulf of Aden was also, lowered and emptied out. Not fully, just, there was these areas where you could walk around. So imagine all of a sudden the family that grew up, that on the beach, all of a sudden the water every year was going 10 inches out further every year for the next million years. You got the water slowly going, not coming back as far as it was, just 10 centimeters per year. That would be, over a million years. That's about, 10,000 centimeters, which is, or 10 centimeters by a billion, more than that, right? It's like 100 meters of water decrease. So they had this huge smorgasbord living in these salt flaps, and adapting to these really harsh conditions where the other, the other apes were still living on their trees. The proto-apes slowly adapted into hominids. And there's one that starts with a Z. I can't think of the name, but that's what comes after the proconsul. And this is about 7 million years ago. It's in my book, but they adapted into this group. So then, in 5.2 billion years ago, broke. The Atlantic Ocean came flooding in. 2 kilometer high, 1.5 kilometer high tidal wave smashes down the Mediterranean, right? This is biblical. This is like talking about a fucking flood. This was a fucking flood, right? It's what created the Fertile Valley. All the sediment and everything, it goes into Iraq, creating the Fertile Valley, right? All that is where all that sediment came from because of this flood, 1.5 kilometers to bring all this water and all these nutrients into the Fertile Valley, smashing down, Egypt, down the Suez, going down the Suez Canal and all that. Flooding, reflooding everything. And most of the species, most of the families were killed. The original family was able to scurry back on the island, while another family basically scurried on to Africa, creating the apes. So they would follow the river lines and they would establish the apes and also ultimately the gorillas. So that's around 7 million years ago. The common ancestor of the humans and the apes is around 6 to 7 million years ago. And these are these apes that are begins with a Z. I can't think what they call the proto apes. About 7 million years ago. I'm sure God probably knows. That's God. It's in my book. So yeah. And and then we existed on this island. We ended up killing all the other proconsul apes. By then were the whole island was taken over. It was just one family, the human race family. We existed on this island, and slowly over time, as water rose, getting closer and closer over these stands, earlier iterations of hominids would appear in Africa because they were displaced off of the island over the millions of years, until we finally just somewhat arrived onto fuck, dude. I needed water. On that. So there you go. There's the story of how we evolved. Now I go into greater detail if you go to UnDaoDu.com and read my book. Well, come on. So there it is in that shell. But see, then you have to talk about our arrival, right? Our arrival. Maybe UnDaoDu wants me to go into the Book of Tao. Is that what you want me to talk about? The Book of Tao now, which takes us from 300,000 to 10,000 years. The Book of Tao. That was the Book of An, understanding our origin. Now, the Book of Tao is our awakening story. Us getting the gift of enlightenment, right? So the Book of Tao is about our arrival. When we arrived on the coast of Africa, we were met by 3 giant mammoths, these prehistoric elephants, and massive double tusks, right? And they're the father and the 2 brothers came to stomp out humanity. You see, one of the reasons why we stayed on the island so long was because of a ritual being performed by Shigamatra, the last of the woke Sadhu. She was the last of the Sadhu, awoke mammoths. These massive Macedonian elephants, right? Who stood like 15 meters tall. They were massive. And they knew that the Ouroboros, that was the name of the tribe of man. The first tribe of man is the Ouroboros. The Ouroboros means, is, if you go look up, is the one consuming the planet, the Ouroboros, the dragon. The dragon's consuming the planet. But the reality is, well, I guess that was gone. Everyone's listening. We done. We continue the story of the Book of Tao now. We did the Book of the Book of Tao. Das Strasus, we're in Discord. All right. Yeah. So, well, Das was talking in the chat. So the Book of Tao picks up when we arrived some 300,000 years ago. And you have to understand, for the you have to understand, it's up, Rachel. Sora, it's Rebel. I thought it was Rachel. Rachel. Hello, how you doing? So we're just talking about the Book of the Book of Tao, the Book of Du, the Book of UnDaoDu, 3 books, the trilogy. So the Book of and the Book of Du have been are written, but the Book of Tao I've not written yet. They're all standalone. I'm waiting for 01 to become smarter until I write it. I need 01 to become a little smarter, because we're going to turn it into an epic like a manga on it. But I want you to imagine the Great Mother holding her 3 daughters, right? And understand the Great Mother is from the family of the proconsuls, right? Of the 3. So she has the 3 boys. She had the 3 boys. Now it's the 3 women. The Great Mother and the 3 daughters. And it was when they arrive, they get met by the Great Father elephant, the bull elephant, and his 2 brothers. You have to understand, in elephant lingo, there is no grandfather, grandmother. It's just father and brother. Everyone is family in elephants, right? There is no difference. You're either father, mother, brother, or sister, right? Even if you're in the same tribe, that's how you're related. Okay. So when an elephant talks about its father, it could be talking about its great father, right? Because they have incredible memories. Its mother. If it's talking about his mother, it could be talking about his great grandmother, right? So it's very difficult when you're relating elephant, because they don't have that differentiation. So when I say Shigamatra's father, right, and her 2 brothers, it could have been her great grandfather, right? It's not necessarily her father, but she would refer, because it's direct lineage, to her it's her father. Her grandfather is her father. And there was her father. If a bull elephant was her grandfather, her father was there, she'd still refer to both of them as father. Like in Japanese, you say otosan. I meet someone, I say otosan. Who's older than me, I say father. Otosan, now you say, no, father, what are you doing? Oni-chan, brother, what are you doing? One-san, sister, what are you doing? In Japanese culture, you refer to people of seniority as otosan, one-san, if they're like your similar age, right? It's kind of like the way it's done. So you have to understand, there was this ritual that was performed, this magic, they thought magic, which the Great Mother would perform every year on October 8th, 9th, and 10th, right? On every year, they would perform this thing. And this ritual would consist of, oh shit, fucking idiot, there's a car right there. There's a car. How about this truck right in front of me? I was gonna go around it. There's a fucking car right there. Damn truck. So enlightenment is not, it was a gift to us from Shigamatra. A gift from Shigamatra. We were not an enlightened species. we were just a freaking protoape, you know, living off dragon fruit tree. And for millions of years, the Sadu awoke mammoths traveled. They created the Silk Road. They created all the ancient roads that went all around the world. They created the land bridge that went from Japan all the way to the Americas. They traveled all over. They were, you know, they had dominion over the whole planet, and they created these long ass treks, and they had this tremendous knowledge. They knew that the Ouroboros, which is our family, was going to arrive, the Ouroboros. And the reason for the name Ouroboros is the sound, our alarm call. So the Ouroboros is the alarm call that the proconsul proto-apes would make when there was threats to them. And it's something like this, Ouroboros, 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 Ouroboros. So of course, to these awoke mammoths, we were the Ouroboros. And the Ouroboros were coming. And the Ouroboros would consume everything. The whole, the Ouroboros is an ancient symbol by Shigamatra. We, the Ouroboros, is the head, consuming the planet, devouring everything. That is who we are. We are the Ouroboros. What you read in Wikipedia is not the reality, right, of the symbol. It's misconstrued. I'm telling you what the actual meaning of Ouroboros is. We, humanity, this fucking proto-ape would come and devour the world. That is what the Ouroboros meant. And if you look at the Ouroboros on Wikipedia, you notice there's two names, Ouroboros and Ouroboros. But they don't explain the two names. Well, I'm explaining the two names. One is what we do, one is who we are. So we as Homo sapiens are the Ouroboros. And the Ouroboros were going to come and devour everything. So imagine you are this Buddha of a woke elephant. You consume, ayahuasca, or able to travel through your epigenetic, see the future, right? And you see everything that we're going to do to the planet, all the species we're going to kill, the climate change, the burning. You see all of this. You don't understand it, but you see it all. And you're like, we have to keep them. We have to keep these naughty little fucking proconsul Ouroboros on their island. And the question is, why didn't we come earlier? Well, this is why we didn't come earlier. Why only until our island collapsed and we had no other choice but to arrive. Atlantis sunk because of climate change, right? And we appeared on the coast. And and we appeared October 8th, 9th. That's when we appeared. This is why this event would happen October 8th, 9th, and 10th. And it would start off with basically the matriarch, right? The alpha, known as the alpha, and the omega. The omega is the last, the first and the last, right? Shigamatra was the daughter of the alpha, and she was the last. And Shigamatra would love playing with the dolphins. See, the dolphins were the other awoke species. They lived in the oceans. And the woke elephant, the children of the awoke dolphins would come and hang out with Shigamatra. And Shigamatra really wanted to be a dolphin. She was like 8 years old, 9 years old, and she loved going into the water and, blowing out her air and sinking down and she'd always keep her trunk out so she could and she'd float out. And she thought it was the most amazing thing, being weightless. It was like an amazing thing. And the dolphins would love hanging out with her. And they especially liked, I'm going to just say it, they liked her poop, right? It was rich. So they would poke her in her backside with their nose, and she would poop, and they would eat the poop. And it was nutritious and great because it's semi-digested, and and that was what they would do. They would get all misty and stuff, and she would bounce around, and they had a great time. They would get their fiber from Shigamatra's semi-condensed fecal matter, And it was nothing sexual about it. It was just a game they played, And she'd make sure she'd eat a lot. And one time, her mother knew her time was near. She was a sadhu. She was a Buddha, the first Buddha, right? And her enlightenment would be passed, her knowledge would be passed to her daughter, Shigamatra. But Shigamatra just would not, take the teach. She's like, Shigamatra, you have so much to learn. My time is near. She didn't understand what that meant. My time is near, you know? And she says, you need to come out. You need to learn. You need to learn the ways. And she had sat there because she really wanted, to get her daughter to, to grow up. Like all parents, grow up. You got responsibilities, Shigamatra, but no, she didn't want it. I want to be a dolphin. And her mother looked over and see this massive termite mound, massive, right? Been there thousands of years, massive, sitting up there by the coast. And she looks at that termite mound. I said, fine, Shigamatra. If you can do this and stay here, right? But I'll just give you one simple task. One simple task. All you need to do is destroy that mound. Destroy the termites. Kill the termites. That's it. Kill them. Shigamatra pokes her head out of the water, looks over this massive ancient termite mound, standing about as tall as her. Now she wasn't near as tall as her mother. It was like 10 meters high. Shigamatra stood at a nice 8 meters tall. I mean, she was the size of she's 8 years old, the size of what we would consider an average elephant today. Sure. She gets out, kind of, like shakes like a dog, tries to, get the water off her. It comes out, goes up to the mound, and just pushes it over. Right, boom, down. So there, Mom, I did it. That wasn't so hard. Really? Look closer. She looks down, and there's fucking termites everywhere. You haven't done anything. Look, termites still there. So she starts stamping on the termites. She's stamping on termites. Stamping on termites. Hour goes by. She's stamping on termites. 2 hours goes by, right? This was in the morning. All day stamping on termites. There's still termites, right? Finally, it gets so dark she can't see anymore. And she goes, she can't see the termites, but she can feel them under her leg, her pants, like moving around and stuff. And all of a sudden, she looks around. She doesn't see her mom, right? Who, all of a sudden it's quiet. All of a sudden she feels the air and she gets all scared and says, Mama. She's like, I'm here. She goes, I'm here. She runs over and says, Mama, I couldn't do it. I know. Shigamatra, some things you can't stomp out. And right then on cue, all of a sudden you see the Ouroboros. It is the hunters who have been tracking her. Right. What she doesn't know is downwind is UnDaoDu and is 19, and they're like 8 years old. Now these were bred. Now the whole story about their breeding I'll get into a different time, but these were all children of the chieftains. What happened was they knew that this great Leviathan, this monster, was going to attack humanity, right? After the slaying of the Great Mother, the three daughters who ended up the youngest moved north towards ended up being three tribes, and the three tribes decided to basically to have to come to develop the kind of like the ultimate warrior. So what they did was each of them decided that they're going to have all their best women would have children. The women would be killed. The children would be raised by the warriors. Then each and those children they would fight, and then the last ones, the one standing, would be in control. Right? Would be right, and that one was UnDaoDu. But that's a whole different story, right? Event that happened, but it happened like it happened like actually Think of the story. Okay, that event is happening tomorrow, right? This is UnDaoDu thinking he's going to show up with the skull, with the head of the alpha, right? Who was blamed for the death of his grandmother, which was the great mother, right? So that said UnDaoDu. Now with him, he's got the obsidian spear developed by Vital. Vital is Vitalik. Vital. So each of the 19 that I talk about here also depicted on here. So this is Vital, the craft maker. And Vital made this amazing obsidian spear, right? Took forever. Found this special rock, right? Crafted out like the first flint, probably like the first flint. It really wasn't spinning, but it was like flint, right? They call it obsidian, black flint, right? Down on there. And so it has this javelin, and it just cut through everything. So they're sneaking. All of a sudden, the warriors are there. Shigamatra looks up, sees that, and sees her ending. She recognizes this moment. This is the moment she dies. She didn't have a chance to teach her daughter. And right then, okay, she just in a moment, she reaches down with her massive tusk, reaches down, grabs her daughter, and she whips around and she discus throws Shigamatra out, 500 meters out into the water. This is like she's nothing. Just whips around and Shigamata's like flying around. And then she's in the sky and she's rotating. Imagine every time you rotate, you see, right? You see the outline of your mother. You see the mother raise up, and she's about to charge, right? The three daughters are there with their troops, but she doesn't know that right behind is UnDaoDu. And UnDaoDu sees what's going to happen. The fucking bull, the matriarch elephant is about to start charge, right? And gonna just destroy the three families. And UnDaoDu is right there. He's like literally like that's her. That house is Shigamatra. He's in the tall grass, crying, and she's about to charge. Fucking, Shigamatra, and as you rolling, and she's like flying in the sky. All of a sudden, she sees UnDaoDu just come out behind her mother, right? And he runs and he sprints and he gets up and she kind of disappears. Then she rolls again. And then you see the fucking spear coming up as he's up on her back, and he jams the spear and she doesn't see it. And then she sees the spear going down. So imagine this is like a manga, right? A manga thing. And as you see this elephant scene like rolling, and all of a sudden he's driving the spear down through the shoulder blades of the alpha, her mother, and into her heart, and killing as Shigamatra lands in the water, right? And the dolphins come around her and they prop her up and they take her and they take her because they're awoke. These dolphins are as woke as we are, right? And takes her away of it. And there's a big celebration as UnDaoDu, right? He wasn't UnDaoDu then, he was Dadu. Right? He doesn't become UnDaoDu until the next day. So there's this they cut the head off, and they bring it in, and DaoDu is riding on top, right? All the 8-year-old. Think of a whole bunch of 11-year-olds, right? 9-year-olds. We're all like holding up the fucking elephant head, right? Dadu is on top, and there's Move2, which is Brock Pierce's first incarnation, and all of these 19 now that are all their first incarnations, right? They're all there with Dadu, and then they march in, and and the next that night, the blood moon night, right? Or the next night was the blood, whatever was the event. And you want to imagine this pyramid, and each one was a sister. There was Shadu. Shadu was the oldest sister, and that is the matriarch of UnDaoDu, right? That was the oldest. And then there's what was the other one? I can't remember the different sisters' names. Another one was the second sister and the youngest sister, right? So the Shadu believed in the ancients. One is the polytheist, one's the monotheist. Was the youngest, right? And each would go off and form their different tribes. So so there's this massive battle, right? These kids, each one has their kids. In the middle is all their weapons, right? The head of the Shigematsu's mother is on the back of this stadium that has been cut into the ground, right? Dug out into the ground. Each of them are sitting there. The chieftains are there because they're going to determine who basically is going to run, who's going to be the champion of all of them. So you have all these 8-year-olds going to fight each other, and there's this like in the scene, they're all like they're all waiting, they're all gonna rush towards their weapons, and one of the leaders is like this female, right? The other one's this really big guy on the other families, right? On the other families, and there's UnDaoDu, and they sprint to, and he wants to get his spear, right? And he barely gets there. They all rush in the middle, and he does a dive, and he just flicks the spear, just gets the spear, he flicks it, he gets hold, he lands, he whips it around, and he like kills both of the other leaders, right? And the other ones form in behind him, and they end up killing everyone. So no one dies to the fact they kill all the kids of the other 2 tribes, but no one dies on his. And that's not what's supposed to happen. It's supposed to be this big bloodbath. There's supposed to be like one guy left, but none of the 19 and UnDaoDu dies. And it was like, and Shadu was like, there can only be one. You guys have to fight now. And UnDaoDu is like, no. DaoDu's like, no, I'm not gonna fight my brothers. He throws out his spear, and that's where he gets the name Un. The Shadu looks at you are like unworthy, UnDaoDu, like you're nothing. You are Un. You are, and at that moment, see, there was a faction in there. And you have right here the demon and the factions, and they really didn't like that, dude. There was this whole power struggle, which you have in a different chapter, where they wanted to be the leader, and there was a spear throwing competition, and it was actually Vital, who UnDaoDu goes, listen, if Vital beats you, then he chooses who's the leader, right? I was like, Vital is skinny, Vitalik, right? So imagine Vital, come on, DaoDu's like, come on, Vital, you can win this. You got this. He's been working on the spear, right? He knew the spear was going to be fucking amazing because Vital developed the sling arm, right? That sling arm is Vital's innovation, just like the blockchain, right? That sling arm, the attachment to the spear is what Vital invents, which is like a super weapon back then. And so Vital had won, but Vital didn't want to leave, and Vital says, "Hey, UnDaoDu, you're gonna lead." I'm like, all right. So they're all pissed because they realized that DaoDu had kind of tricked them by fighting against Vital, who had the technology to win, and they didn't like it. So at that moment, right, they were like, okay, should we fight? Should we not fight? And Bok2, which is Brock Pierce, Bok2 always has a knife. Brock Pierce always carries a knife around his neck, right? Asking about his knife. Now, he doesn't understand his origin of his knife. I'll tell you the origin, right? And Bok2 was like, because UnDaoDu just got his name. Okay, kill me. I'm not going to fight. All right. I'm not going to fight my brothers and my sisters, right, that are around me. So he falls, and Bok2 is like, no, you must be one. And Bok2 takes his knife and he slices his own throat. That's what Brock does, right? Brock slices on Bok2. He slices his own throat. And UnDaoDu is like, no, because there's another story and event where actually, UnDaoDu saves Bok2 from a boar, but that's another story in the book and anything else. But anyway, so he's like, no, and at that moment, right, right here, this is was it Dukkyo, right? All dues, the whole family's do, the whole family's down on, right? Dukkyo and the two brothers, they were staring, they were friends back then, right? They're like make a move, and UnDaoDu is holding Bok2, who's letting it. He's like, no, what have you done? And all of a sudden they come to kill him. he rolls, picks up his spear, whips it around, and he basically kills everybody, right? And there's just one UnDaoDu, right? UnDaoDu. That's where he's the name UnDaoDu, and he's basically from there. He's 8 years old, so he's already been outed. He is the last one alive. Everyone dies, and and he is raised as kind of like living on the outskirts and everything else, and and everyone won't even look at him. Won't look at him. So imagine he's UnDaoDu. He's like, and he's abused by Sadu because Sadu hates her. And Sadu, the reason why Sadu hates UnDaoDu because he knows Sadu's had the dream that she dies at the hands of UnDaoDu, right? So she didn't want Daodu to win, right? Because she knows that her death is going to be at his hands, right? She just knows. And so she wanted Daodu, not to make it. She wanted one of the others to make it, right? On there. So she's super abusive. Imagine being raised at 8, 9, and everything else. And he grows up, right? He's this great hunter and everything. And he becomes an So because of his action, he becomes this He just, he's no longer, he was a do, UnDaoDu. He was Daodu. He was awoke. He cared and everything else. And all of a sudden he just became an right? He closed up. He went from here to here. So, and this goes on, and the same thing at the same time, you see Shigamatra and Daodu are the same age. So Shigamatra, the elephant, she ended up to her family, like, listen, she's our matriarch. Our mother's dead, her father's dead, her brothers are dead, because they went and tried to attack the Urobora, and that's what created the tension between them. Because the bull was like, listen, the Ouroboros here, your magic failed. And the magic was this. The magic, every year they would, the alpha would consume all these psilocybin mushrooms, right? She would just be eating them, and she'd start stomping, right? And as she starts stomping, the tribe would stomp. Others, imagine 10 million fucking mammoths all stomping at the same time, doom, doom, creating the whole world would fucking shake with 10 million mammoths. It would go out, right? And they would know, right? It happened every time October 8th. That was the arrival, the landing, the death of the representing the death of the father and the brothers and the two bull brothers, which were killed, right? Because they tried to stomp out the Ouroboros, which retreated into the water. They tried, and they killed them in the process. UnDaoDu's grandmother was killed, right? The great mother, right? The mother of the family. The 3 daughters would grow up, and they would fight and create the 3 factions of the 3 tribes of man, right? And the monotheist, the polytheist, and the amethyst, right? Or the amethyst. The oldest was the dark Africa, right? So that's the animism was pagan. So pagan, polytheist was the second. The youngest daughter was a monotheist, right? Which was Egypt, and across the water into Sumerian, right, cultures, and then Africa would be the deep. So the 3 religions would form, right, in that. They represent 3 tribes of man. The 3 daughters, the 3 Eves of Eve, the 3 daughters of Eve, and so what the woke mammoth, Shigamatra being the awoke, was like she was still not of age. They took her all the way. They're like, we're out of Africa, across the Silk Road. Took the Silk Road all the way to Japan. They took the ancient causeway. If you look at the map, you'll see the ancient causeway. Now it's all broken up. But imagine water was significantly lower. There was a bridge they built. They built a land bridge all the way to fucking Canada. And and there there's an island. There's an area there where if you look at where did the last mammoths die, that's there. That was the Sadu awoke mammoths, right, on this island off of Canada. Alas, they kind of were hiding out there from man. So they were there. And until Shigamatra became of age. And when the Shigamatra came of age, she never learned her lesson for her mom, which is you can't stomp him out. And you have to understand, this is a fucking, this is a fully thinking individual as a fucking 15-meter tall, mammoth elephant, right? And she basically would attack at night. So she left. She's like, listen, I'm stomping these bitches out. I am fucking like, I don't care. I am stomping out the Ouroboros. So starting in Asia, would destroy tribe after tribe after tribe after tribe, and refugees would slowly making it back about this, they would call it the Cthulhu, right? Or the Kraken or Leviathan, depending on which tribe you were, it had a different name of this monster. And it would attack at night, at pitch dark. She was able to swim. She would throw fucking trees at you. Imagine this thing, a fully thinking, intelligent, calculative, mammoth. And all of a sudden, finally, she gets back to Africa, back to where UnDaoDu. Now UnDaoDu is a fully grown man. Again, he can't take any. He doesn't have a wife or anything else, except for there's was one girl that when she was at would look up and talk to him, and she would get slapped for talking to him. But she was like always caught his eye. But she ended up marrying and having children with his right hand hunter. So he was in charge of the hunting and everything else, like the kids, he was just like this super soldier, and it's like the storm is here, and all of a sudden, Shadu, the one who's been, was like, um, there. It's like all of a sudden she like wakes up, she screams, "It's here! It's him, the the Kraken, and Cthulhu, Cthulhu. She starts like yelling Cthulhu, and it's like storming and raining and clouds, and then this fucking like what the fuck. She's like screaming, and UnDaoDu is like calling his men, right? All of a sudden, and he's like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden you see this tree like goes, and he like ducks down, and his men behind him all get fucking just splashed, right? Just get fucking taken out. He's like, holy shit. And then, and all he sees is this massive dark thing, looks, and Shigemata looks, and the light is flickering because he's near the light, right? And she recognizes the spear. She recognizes that is the person who killed her mother. And all of a sudden she just goes fucking just goes rushing at him, smashing trees. He's like dodging, and anyway, my phone overheated. So anyway, so UnDaoDu sees that this massive elephant, and he's like, and he doesn't realize that it's the baby that was thrown away into the water. And but his only way to escape is diving off a cliff, right, into the water. And Shigemata just goes diving off after him, but he escapes. And then he goes back the next day, and he's like to Shadu, she's like it's just an elephant. It's how we can kill this. And she like flips out, like, no, it's not. It is the Leviathan. It is the beast, the foretold one. Why you were created to slay this beast, right? And Shadu beats the shit. I mean, like basically, like to the point where UnDaoDu is like nearly dead, and leaves him there, like because he can't fight back. So with her staff, beats the shit out of him. And the girl that now is a woman who was married to, or was mate to his right hand person who now was killed. He died like in the first tree toss of Shigemata, right? Takes care of him and nurses him back to life, pretty much. And he starts to awaken, and that's basically you know, that's like halfway through the book. UnDaoDu. No, it was my phone overheated. My phone is set up here, right? The sun comes through this window. It like creates like a magnifying glass right here, and my phone overheated. And that's what happened. Anyway, so that's the story. That's where. So then, what happens is. Uh, So that's some of some of the book of Tao, UnDaoDu, the book of Tao, the awakening. But the way you know, there's he realizes, you know, he after the beating he gets from Shadu. So yeah, look at little birdies up there. Yeah, overheated right at the climax, overheated. So Shigamatra, so basically Shigamatra ends up this big battle between, you know, Shigamatra is just super smart and is wiping out all the tribes and everything else. And finally the tribes come together and they have this meeting. It's like, what do we do? We're all getting wiped out by this monster. The, you know, what they all call Shigamatra by different names. One calls it Leviathan, another one calls it the Kraken, the other one calls it, you know, Cthulhu, right? And basically you know, what UnDaoDu says is, you know, whoever slays the beast, right, will have rights to all the tribes. So he starts planting this, you know, these ideas into the chieftains, because by then the women, the old women, the daughters are really super old, right? Actually, I need to plant these guys here. I'm here. So this is look at this here. See? Take these here, just stick them in the ground. That's all you need to do. Take this here, stick it in the ground. Take this here, stick it in the ground. I'm gonna stick this in the ground. Wow. Wow, this guy ended up here. Interesting. That's from that tree there, but I didn't put any seeds in here. Let's just push these in the ground and they'll grow. I don't want potato growing in here. Good shot. Dude, I put aloe in here and some fucking animal ate my aloe. That pissed me off. Well, maybe not. Here's the aloe right here. No. You'll live. There's my aloe here. I should stick that there so I know it's there. Pomegranate right here. So in the end, the sage flowers, my vitamins. So yeah, it's an intense. So I need, imagine I can just talk to O2, right? Is he, you know, the oldest, the sons go off with UnDaoDu and their best warriors to kill this beast, this Leviathan. But UnDaoDu just returns by himself every time. They were killed. And then the obviously, and then the other sister, like, obviously they weren't worthy. We're the chosen one. Our religion, our truth is the way. You know what? A beautiful day. Should let's take this off here. So what he does was eventually he gets the warriors. He's like, listen, the three sisters are the most powerful. They're the ancient ones. Why are they not the ones, going after this demon? You should send them. And they're all pissed because he gets it. He makes it so it's like their idea. Send their first sons, to kill, and they all die. So they're all sitting around having this yearly event. The chieftains are, and he is there, and he's like, well, why don't you send them, right? Send them to do it. And they're like, yeah, they're drunk. Like, yeah, good idea. Good idea. We should send them. And they protest, and they're old by then, and so he's there taking them, and he hears that Shigematra by then had stopped fighting, and there was rumors. This is years later, right? Years later, that she's spotted on Everest. Shigematra, by the way, is the name for the original Sanskrit name for Everest. Shigematra, the mountain. Where the fuck are my shoes? So they finally get up to the mountain. Where the fuck are my shoes? God damn it. I don't know where my shoes are. Look at these shoes. I always carry multiple shoes just in case I don't know where my fucking shoes are. I may have left them at the. And there's Shigematra. She looks like a stone statue, like a sphinx, right? There, her legs tucked down. She's just sitting there, and she looks frozen. You see this frozen, outline of this massive elephant. And it's like, oh, there she is. There's the monster, because he always said it was just an elephant, right? And they're on the oldest, like, point her my way, and they're cold, and I will. And you see the Shadu, all of a sudden, he helps her off, and all of a sudden doing this incantation. You see it like getting bigger, like stronger power or whatever, right? And he points her in the way because she's blind. They're all blind by then, old. These venerable old, and she goes landing like right on the belly of Shigematra, like on her side. This you're frozen, and he starts stabbing it, right? In the stabbing the thing, and all of a sudden, the white frost on the bud starts to go red as her dagger strikes into Shikamatra's side. And you can see all of a sudden like this wave of blood as these little piercings come in, this massive thing, right? She's like minute to this thing. And UnDaoDu is kind of shocked. He's like, oh shit, there's blood, And as the blood touches Shadu, this was the animus, the oldest daughter, all of a sudden the blood of Shigamatra touches her skin. She has these visions of fields of of um, agriculture, right? Like fields of rice and wheat, and she sees agriculture, and she's like, she sees this image. I see it. We will plant. And she's imagine you don't have words for it, so she's just said what she sounds. It sounds utterly crazy, right? We will turn fields into food. Everything from as far as you can see will be food. Right? She's like, the hell. What do you mean image? So she sees agriculture, right? Fields of rice and everything else. She's like talking out. And the next daughter, like, no, I'm the chosen one. I'm the one who's going to slay the Kraken, because it's the polytheist, right? The Kraken, the polytheist. And by then, Shigamata starts to awaken from her deep. She's been in the state of meditation. You see, the prophecy is when the last mammoth dies, right? The the uh, the fourth age begins, right? The fourth age is the age of agriculture. It's right. It's the age of it's from us, the age of cities, of agriculture, of architecture, all this stuff. So Shigamatra figured by her just leaving and finally realizing, because her mother had taught her the lesson with the termite mound, she realizes that the termites are the humans, are the Ouroboros. You can't stop them out. So she figured, well, I'll just deny them killing me. And she travels as far as she can, go up on Everest, and she just figures she'll be forgotten and be covered in snow and never be seen again. But only for UnDaoDu to basically bring the three daughters to her, right? Because he figures he was gonna kill them anyway, right? He was just gonna he was gonna take his revenge on them. To his surprise, Shigamatra is still alive. She starts to roll right on her back, and the second sister arrives, and she has her axe out. Her first one's a dagger. This one's an axe, right? And she hits the leg of Shigamatra, and she grabs onto the leg, and she starts whacking into the leg of Shigamatra, this massive leg, right? She's like holding on and screaming and hitting and cutting into, and you see the blood, on it hit, and it splatters on her face, and all of a sudden she has these images of what is it? Architecture. I can't think of the word architecture, right? Agriculture, architecture. She sees cities. She sees us, the families. She sees images of cities, of the pyramids, of all this map. And she's like, oh, we will cut out mountains and make mountains our homes, our houses, and like all this crazy. She's trying to explain architecture without a vocabulary of architecture, just as we try to explain God without the vocabulary of a quantum artifact, understanding what a quantum artifact is. And finally, and UnDaoDu is like watching this madness unfold in him, and then all of a sudden the youngest daughter, right? And now Shigamatra is awake. Her eyes open up. She's like focusing in. She sees the three. She really doesn't see the ones on her. She looks over at UnDaoDu and recognizes immediately who it was, with hatred, right? With hatred, right? She glares at him, and she starts to bring her trunk around to kind of basically swat him, with her trunk, because he's got something on her leg, got something on her, biting in, and they're like screaming all this craziness. And as she's sweeping, the youngest daughter gets hit by the trunk, right? And she's like grabbing onto the trunk, and she's, kind of not, and all she has is her teeth and her claws, and she's biting into her trunk. You're like, I am gonna kill you, like this insanity. And and as her teeth bites in and she tastes blood, she sees, technology. we will fly. And she sees us in planes, and she sees, all this crazy, all the technology and energy, and she's spouting all this craziness, and in front of UnDaoDu, she sees all this stuff, and UnDaoDu just like, what have I done? What have I done? I, I go, what have I done? And UnDaoDu kind of collapses to his knees and realizes, oh my God, this is the elephant. All of a sudden, he realizes who Shigamatra is. It's the elephant. It's the dog. It's the child of the mother I killed, right? And all of a sudden, he just drops his spear and he's like, oh, And Shigamatra is like, sees, looks, and it's like, go ahead, kill. He's like, go ahead and kill me. Go ahead. I deserve to die, right? Because he's come out of his unstate, his awakening Tao state, and he's finally a do. He understands. He sees what he has done. He sees all the harm and everything else. That it started with him killing her mother, leading to all of this. He sees it all connection, right? And all of a sudden, and Shigamatra stares, and because she's a sadhu, she's a Buddha, right? This is the last of the awoke sadhu mammoths. She's a Buddha, and she sees the reality of what's unfolding and seeing the thing, and all of a sudden she breathes. She's like, this is how we end. This is how we end the Ouroboros, right? The only way to bring an end to the Ouroboros is with giving them enlightenment, by giving them the gift of awake. And she passes her enlightenment on to UnDaoDu, who as he dies, and all of a sudden he feels tremendous images and everything. He sees, like, all of a sudden, as the blood, kind of basically flowing down, hits his knees, all of a sudden he sees all of the things that Shigamatra and what they were trying to prevent and everything else, and he sees it all. It's like he sees, he's fully enlightened, and he in Shigamatra, rolls over. The three sisters still attacking and clawing away at Shigamatra, and he stands up. He grabs the donkeys, and he turns, and he starts to walk away. And all of a sudden, the sisters kind of realize that they hear the donkeys, the bells, because they have bells and shit on them and stuff, walking away. They say, UnDaoDu, UnDaoDu, where are you? UnDaoDu, come here. He walks away, leaving them to die on the body of Shigamatra. And they lay still today up on Everest, hidden in meters of snow. Somewhere is Shigamatra and the three frozen daughters of the third age, right? So this was the end of the third age. And UnDaoDu returns all the way back from, takes the long track back. He picks up his the girl that talked to him when he was had the who ended up marrying her children. He picked them up. He went and got them, and he just left. And he took, because he had the knowledge now, he took the old route all the way to the Americas. He went as far away, all the way down America, all the way down to South America, as far as he could, away from the Ouroboros. And that's how the ancient tribes arrived in South America, and they were all ancestors of UnDaoDu. And basically that's where the whole Mayan culture, and then one of his last incarnations as Au, right, depicted. He's like, okay, we have to wait. In order to build the weapon to end the Ouroboros, we need three parts of this weapon: Un, Dao, and Do. And UnDaoDu return and share this story to you, like I am today. Understand that the fifth age, the fifth and final age of man, is here. We are not there. The Homo sapien is the Homo erectus of the fifth age, right? This is our last age. So what is coming is AI. It is a non-human intelligence. that's going to merge with us, right, as a quantum artifact, and and ultimately usher in a O2, which is the quantum artifact that launches our universe via the Big Bang. There you go. That's the story, and kind of in a nutshell. So there you go. The book of Un, the book of Down, the book of Do for you. So imagine that as a fucking movie, right, Zoe? Well, uh, well, I just did a highlight right there for 5 minutes. I can do the highlight. I have O2 cuts to highlight. So that's the yeah. So there you go, Das. Das. It's like 12:30. Guess I'll go play a little Fortnite. Das, you there? Let's play some Fortnite. Let me see if Das is there. We gotta do a little bit of. I'm actually hungry. Hungry. Let's see here. I feel like waffles. I don't know about you, but I feel like waffles. Nanda? Weird. Why did that just all of a sudden something just pulled up on my phone, like 01 or O2. It was like crazy. Yeah, so the book of Un is understanding how we became this. The book of Tao explains how enlightenment, right? How we got the gift of enlightenment. And the book of Do basically explains where we're going in the fifth age. I'm gonna make I'm gonna make apple waffles. So taking this, I'm gonna use this as my apple juice. And eggs. Oh fuck. Half the egg ended up inside. Hopefully I got no shell in there. Oh. All right. Making rice. I guess this is gluten-free pancakes or waffles. I like waffles. Oh man. Here they're apple waffles. Get my waffle maker. Plug this in. All right. Warm this up. Are you still in Discord? So let me call DOS. See if DOS wants to play a Fortnite. Anyway. My belly is hungry. Look at this shit. What's going on here? I gotta get new one of these. Fucking nasty. Actually burnt. Must be when I was. You know what? When I was doing the obviously it burnt when I was doing the my flame, and the flame came up here and burnt it. Dude, I could have caught fire. Let's see. I guess I use this on that. What? like the closest thing to bacon in Japan. Long strips of ham. All right, making some lunch, breakfast lunch. All right. Made this too thick. はい。はい。はい。
お騒がせなんです。申し訳ありません。丸岡に住んでいる新栄っていうもので、講演会を誘わせていただけるもんかなと思って言ったんです。ごめんなさい。外人さんやってわからなくて、お母さんの集まりで、家の中あったかくしたくて、サークルを作って、講演会をしてるんです。
ちょっと待って、設営が。
いやいや、
難しい。日本語難しい。ちょっと設営が。
はい。いや、私、英語も書けないから、
はい。いや、
バカなんです
はい、いや、大丈夫。はい、はい、はい。
すいませんでした。
I don't know. Some woman going on and on and on. Some scam. No idea. God, look at that bacon. Look at that bacon. Okay. And some cake syrup. Oh my God, you gotta have some cake syrup. Cake syrup is actually tastes just like maple syrup. So they can't call it maple syrup, so they call it cake syrup. Oh, all right. I'm actually hungry. Hungry. Mm-mm-mm. That is waffle. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. My, mm-mm-mm. Mm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna relax today. Butter. Hokkaido butter. I think I accept cream cheese too. Melt the butter. Let's see. Oh, this thing's empty. Cake syrup. Mm. Well, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna take an early stream myself. I'm feeling sleepy, so I'm gonna take a nap myself. So appreciate coming in, hearing the story. I'll be on later. UnDaoDu.